If you're working on your English, one of the biggest challenges is consistency, doing what you said you're going to do. It's so easy to say, I don't feel like it right now. That's why people get personal trainers at the gym. They're there waiting for you. There's a bit of pressure, so I have to go because they're there waiting for me. Wouldn't it be great to have the same thing for English learning? Well, ChatGPT just launched a new feature called Tasks, which has the potential to become your English personal trainer. The idea is that you can schedule things, priorities, things that you want to learn, goals that you have. We're going to test out 5 very different ideas to see how well it works as an English personal trainer to help you build your English learning lifestyle. So let's start with something simple, an idiom of the day. Every day I want to learn a new idiom. The frequency, every day. Learn a new idiom. That's the name, description, teach me a new idiom, provide a simple explanation, 2 example sentences, and then challenge me to create my own sentences using the idiom. Frequency, starting daily at 3:46 p.m. EST. All right, that's very soon. Let's see what happens. So I think you have to allow notifications. My notification situation is a bit weird. They also send it out as an email. So I just got an email and I'll open it here. It says, practice using a new idiom. It just arrived. Idiom, hit the nail on the head. All right, open with Google Chrome. Okay, there we go. Got it. Idiom, hit the nail on the head. Explanation, this idiom means to do or say something that is exactly right or accurate. There are my sentences, and there's my challenge. Now, my question is it going to be actually a different idiom every day? Is it tracking which idioms it has already provided? I don't know the answer to that, but this is pretty cool because I can customize it. Okay, now I want to create a weekly goal reminder. I have specific things I want to do every week that help me with my English learning goals. And if I don't finish all of those things in a week, I failed. I need someone to hold me accountable. I need help. So let's try this. Task name, weekly goals. Help me stay on track with these weekly goals. I read at least 2 articles. I watched an episode of a TV show or listened to a podcast. I had 2 conversations with ChatGPT or a colleague. I learned at least 5 new words or idioms. And if I didn't do all of those things, then it doesn't count, okay? Weekly, every Wednesday at 3:50 p.m. EST, okay? Okay, this is cool. Edit, pause, view tasks. So what happens if I view tasks? This is all the tasks that I've created or that I have currently scheduled. Daily, weekly, okay, email received, heyo, weekly goals, stay on track with your weekly goals. Okay, and I could change this maybe. What I would do is ask me if I completed my goals, right? Did you read 2 articles? It's a good reminder still. All right, that's good. I can hold myself accountable. That's pretty cool. Now what I'm going to try is a conversation starter. I want ChatGPT to start a conversation with me proactively, which we can do as a voice chat. So start a conversation with me using a unique question or creative prompt. Respond naturally and keep the conversation going to help me practice speaking. Daily, starting at 3:55 p.m. And I think you can create 10 tasks at one time if you're on the regular plus plan. So that's cool. All right, so I should be getting an email. I want to see. This is pretty cool. This is fun to play with. I'm just experimenting here. So I've got these ideas. I don't know how well they're actually going to work. I may have to follow up and say, actually, the idiom the next day was the same idiom and it's terrible, right? I don't know. I'm just experimenting with this. So we're kind of checking it out together. But if all of these ideas work, then I can explore further and really push the limits and see how good this is. Okay, email received. Opening. If you could instantly master any skill or hobby, what would it be and why? And here, I could just click on that and start a conversation, or I could do speech to text, or if I'm on my phone, I can I guess, do either of those as well. That's pretty cool, actually. If I want to make it more academic or more casual, I could specify that. I wonder what would happen if I provided a large list of possible topics and said choose one. That's something I have to experiment with. But I like that I can at least do that. So if I forget, it's a reminder, a daily push to practice speaking. That's pretty cool. All right, now this is one I'm really curious to explore. If it works, then I can't wait to see what else is possible. The idea is to have ChatGPT do some research for me, do some searching, and then return results that I can check out so that I don't have to go and find articles or things I want to learn about. So explore and discuss. Find an article based on my interests, philosophy, literature, language, provide a brief summary, suggest 2 to 3 discussion questions for me to think about, and help me engage with the material. Okay? Frequency starting daily. We'll just do daily at 3:58 p.m. We've got that one created. Nice. Okay. Email received. Let's check it out. All right. The article, The Philosopher L.A. Paul Wants Us to Think About Ourselves from The New Yorker profiles Yale University philosophy professor L.A. Paul and her work on transformative experiences. Okay, and here's a summary. I wonder if there's a paywall. Okay, discussion questions. Okay, so there are a few discussion questions. I could read these before I read the article so that I'm thinking about them as I read it. And I might want to be more specific instead of just saying I'm interested in philosophy. Be a little bit more specific. Let's see if I click on this. Okay, it's not a paywall. There's the article. Great. All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Now, since that worked, which is cool, what I really want to find out is how much research can I do using this kind of request for English learning and beyond? I'm really curious. If you can, think of some ideas, test them out, or let me know what they are, and I'll test them out. I want to see what's possible. How much research can I get done so that I can just wake up in the morning and see a bunch of research that ChatGPT has done for me that I can just read and check out? How much time can I save? I feel like the potential of this could be huge, not just because it's very customizable, but because now you can kind of have your little agent doing things out there on the internet for you, and you're asleep. And that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to try one more. The last one is a bit crazy, but let's just see how well it works. Something unexpected. Come up with some crazy or unexpected idea to help me improve my English. I want it to be completely unexpected. I don't even know if that's going to be an idea for what I should do or a challenge or what. I don't even know. Just something crazy. So weekly starting at 4:03 p.m. All right, let's try this one. I don't know about this. My expectations of this one are very low, but let's see. All right, email received. Here we go. Write a short mystery story, but with a twist. Every single sentence must start with the next letter of the alphabet in order. This forces you to think creatively about vocabulary, sentence structure, and storytelling, all while practicing the alphabet. That's crazy. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but it is weird and it is unexpected. I don't know how cool that is, but in general, tasks, I think, is scratching the surface of something very important, very cool. The idea that you could have an AI agent, helper out there doing stuff for you that you have asked it to do. Research, planning stuff, gathering content, that you could have that agent out there while you're doing other things. That you don't have to be sitting there on your computer or on your phone actually asking for things and looking at results, right? The potential of that, I think, could be huge, but I guess we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to explore this more. If you have other ideas for things I should try, please let me know in the comments. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Get a free course in the links in the description, and check out the 90-day program, English Fluency in 90 days. In my opinion, the best way to improve your English in 90 days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.